At 50, Leonardo DiCaprio finally broke his silence about one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries: why he never married Kate Winslet. For years, fans have adored their on-screen chemistry and off-screen bond, hoping that the magic of Titanic might have transcended into real life. But DiCaprio's recent revelation has shattered hearts around the world. His confession is both tender and tragic, revealing a side of the actor few have ever seen. When Titanic premiered in 1997, the world fell in love not only with Jack and Rose but with the undeniable spark between the young stars who brought them to life. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet became instant icons, forever etched into cinematic history as the tragic lovers separated by fate. Yet behind the cameras, a deep friendship blossomed. They leaned on each other during the chaotic rise to superstardom, sharing secrets, laughter, and late-night phone calls that lasted hours. Fans saw the way they looked at each other during interviews, the warmth in their hugs on red carpets, and the unwavering support they showed one another over the decades. It was no wonder people wondered if there was something more. But Leonardo's recent interview paints a bittersweet picture. He admits there was love, but it was complicated, a love that existed beyond romance, one that neither of them dared to define. Kate was my rock, he confessed softly. She grounded me when everything else in my life felt like it was spinning out of control. But sometimes, when you love someone that much, you don't risk losing them by changing what you already have. His voice reportedly cracked as he spoke, and for fans, it was a rare glimpse into the vulnerability of the man known for his enigmatic cool. While the world saw Leonardo as the charming playboy, hopping from one glamorous relationship to another, the truth behind his emotional walls tells a different story. Kate Winslet was the one person who truly saw him, not the movie star, not the Oscar winner, but the man beneath it all. Over the years, their bond only deepened. When Winslet married Sam Mendes in 2003, Leo was by her side, smiling genuinely, but quietly hurting inside. And when her marriage ended years later, DiCaprio reportedly became her shoulder to cry on. They attended each other's weddings, celebrated each other's milestones, and yet something unspoken always lingered in the air. People used to tease us about being like an old married couple, Leonardo admitted. And in a way, we were. We finished each other's sentences, we fought, we laughed, we cared deeply. But we never crossed that line. Kate herself has echoed similar sentiments over the years, describing Leo as her closest friend, and the one man who always had her back no matter what. During her Golden Globes acceptance speech in 2009, she looked out into the audience, tears streaming down her face, and said, "Leo, I love you with all my heart." The cameras caught Leonardo smiling warmly, his eyes glistening. Fans around the world collectively melted, but for the two of them, it was just another reminder of the beautiful, complicated relationship they shared. For Leonardo, who turned 50 this year, reflecting on that bond has brought both gratitude and regret. "I think part of me always thought we'd end up together in another life," he revealed. "But timing has a way of playing tricks on you. There were moments when we were both single, moments when we could have tried, but one of us was always scared. I think I was." His words struck a chord, especially with those who have followed his romantic history. Despite dating some of the most stunning women in the world, from Gisele Bündchen to Bara Raffaelli, Blake Lively to Camila Morrone, none of those relationships ever seemed to last. Rumors always hinted that Leo had commitment issues, but now, it seems the truth may be more poignant. When you've already found your person in a way that doesn't fit the traditional mold, it's hard to recreate that with someone else, he explained. "Kate was that person for me. She always will be." Over the years, their friendship has survived fame, distance, and time. When they reunited on screen for Revolutionary Road in 2008, fans couldn't help but notice the raw passion in their performances. Directed by Sam Mendes, Kate's then-husband, the film centered around a couple trapped in a loveless marriage, torn between dreams and duty. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. "That movie broke me," Leonardo admitted. "Because in some ways, it felt too real. The arguments, the yearning, the pain, it was like we were pouring out all the things we never said to each other. Winslet later confessed that filming those scenes with Leonardo was one of the most emotionally draining experiences of her career. "We didn't have to act most of it," she said in an old interview. "We knew those emotions. We'd lived them in our own way." The mutual understanding between them is something few pairs ever achieve. Through the decades, they've remained constants in each other's lives, even when the rest of Hollywood changed around them. They vacationed together, supported each other's projects, and spoke almost daily during certain periods. In a world where fame often isolates, they found solace in each other. So why didn't Leonardo marry her when he had the chance? His answer is devastatingly simple. "Because I didn't want to lose her," he said. Marriage changes things. I've seen friendships destroyed because people tried to make them into something they weren't ready for. With Kate, what we had was too pure. I didn't want to risk that. His honesty has sparked an outpouring of emotion from fans across the globe. Many took to social media to express their heartbreak, calling the confession the most beautiful tragedy of modern Hollywood. Others pointed out that perhaps what Leonardo and Kate share is something even deeper than marriage, a love that transcends romantic boundaries. "Some souls are just meant to walk beside each other, not bind each other," one fan wrote. For Kate Winslet, who has since found happiness with her husband Edward Abel Smith, Leonardo's revelation must carry its own weight of nostalgia. Sources close to her say she still talks about Leonardo with immense affection. "He's family," she said on multiple occasions. And perhaps that's what makes their connection so timeless. In an industry notorious for fleeting relationships and tabloid scandals, Leonardo and Kate's bond stands as a testament to genuine love in its purest form, love without ownership, love that endures even when unspoken. As Leonardo looks ahead to the next chapter of his life, his words echo with melancholy wisdom. "We were never meant to be lovers," he said quietly. "We were meant to teach each other what love really is." That statement has left millions reflecting on their own experiences, the people they've loved deeply but never claimed, the relationships that shaped them even without a label. In a way, Leonardo and Kate's story mirrors the very essence of Titanic, two souls connected by fate, separated by circumstances, but forever bound by memory. They might not have had their fairy tale ending, but maybe they didn't need one. Because in the grand story of their lives, what they share has already become legend. Still, one can't help but wonder, what if? What if Leonardo had confessed his feelings earlier? What if Kate had waited a little longer? What if the timing had finally been right? These are questions that haunt not just fans but perhaps Leonardo himself. In his most recent reflection, he admitted, "Sometimes, when I see her smile, I catch myself thinking, maybe this is what true love looks like, not possession, but peace." At 50, Leonardo DiCaprio stands at a crossroads, looking back at a life filled with accolades, fame, and fortune, but also missed chances and unspoken words. His confession about Kate Winslet isn't just about regret, it's about realizing that some loves are eternal precisely because they never had the chance to fade. As one fan beautifully wrote, "Jack and Rose may have sunk with the Titanic, but Leo and Kate's love will never drown." And maybe that's the heartbreak and the beauty of it all, a love story that was never written in vows, but in moments, laughter, and memories that will outlast time itself.